And we're back. All I need to do is tie my pants together and I can go, and I don't even need to take my backpack. I don't know why I'm even thinking about, I need to carry my backpack. Just take my phone and carry you guys down to carry the phone down to the gas station if I wanted to. Shit, I could have just taken the bus and I could have been done with this between streams, and nobody would have noticed. I gotta wash my face again. Sitting here with the door open, the pollen gets all over my eyes. But I owe someone a big thank you for the future audience. I owe someone a big thank you. I see the 3 of you have arrived. Thank you for being here. I can't show you guys images, but if you could see my fucking analytics. Hello, Soul on Soul. Soul on Soul. If you guys, and I'll talk about this later when there's more than 3 of you here, but you guys get the future audience part. If you could see my analytics after these. We had 71 concurrents, 3,000 views, and over 3,500 comments. My comments are off the fucking chain. The chat here is just off the fucking charts for my perspective. I don't know what it looks like from YouTube's perspective, but there's no way they're not looking at that going 100. I'm 120% chats to like, give or take, just estimating the math. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm patting you, future audience, you, Soul on Soul, for being here on the back for this. You guys are awesome to watch. It was really fucking annoying, and it used to piss me off how badly you wanted the show to be about you. Nah, there's 4 people here. I don't have children, Rohat. Oh, a bad seed. Cloud, you're funny, man. Oh, God. Yeah, here they come. I don't know who my favorite actor is, because sometimes I think that Timothy Olyphant is my favorite actor, and sometimes I think the guy that was in Blade Runner 2049 is my favorite actor. He was also in Lars and the Real Girl. Not Kurt Russell. I don't know that I've ever seen a Kurt Russell-led intellectual property. A85, heard that, yeah. If you guys, I was talking about it before any of the regulars showed up, and hello, 44 people. Welcome. I don't have my glasses on, so I didn't see you all arrive. But Al Pacino is a new one. I wish I knew his. I wish. And a great ass. That one's for you, man. Ugh. I don't know who my favorite actor is. It's been too long. One of the Skarsgårds, probably. The one who was in The Viking. The Norseman. That was a fucking great movie. Yeah, talking to you guys is actually starting to, like, trip out my fucking eyeballs. Oh, my vision is starting to trip out from this. 12 to 44. Shit quick, Greenie. Welcome back. Oh, okay, well, I've got the 40 of you here. I don't know that he's here. I don't know what his username is. I'm not going to say his name, his full name. Kyler, you're a dude. Thank you. And thank you for telling me what you told me. You're the best. You didn't have to give anything. That you did means a lot to me. It sustains my energy to endure this. The likes will happen, but I hear what you're saying, Greenie. Thank you. Yes, Dank Roner. I don't know what causing means, Clutch. And 150 likes in 4 hours is the best I've ever done, for sure. Hello, Alex. Alexin. You don't want to know my opinion on lesbians. I like all human beings on an individual basis, Mitchie. Hey, sports fan. I'm going to put that toward a hat. All right, bud? Thank you. That's not true. It's not required, and I've made $30, $35 today, something like that. Sure, little Iggy. Thank you, Lyra. Is it Lyra or Lyra? Hello, ZDK. Cereal is a soup. Enthusiastic guy, yes. It's a gazpacho. Cole says, yeah, probably, Cole. Yes, I'm in a tent, Ronnie. Heard that, Greenie. I'm trying to get into it now. I'm just like, touch it! Touch it! Do something to it! No, Ronnie, I'm not wearing glasses. Yes, Nick. Neither, Eric. Don't worry about where I'm from. It'll help me remember, sports fan. Not that I'll forget, you understand, but it'll help me keep it in mind. No, Ronnie, I don't have a mustache. Probably T. Huh? The usual kind, Nick. Hanging salami. No, I'm not wearing a shirt, Ronnie. No, it's actually a perfect, 66 today. It's just under room temperature. It's cool enough that if I didn't feel like it, I wouldn't be wearing pants. Perfect. Yes, Ronnie. Nick, I'm being ironic, man. I'm lying to you. I don't know what that means, Mountain Lion. Sorry, man. What's up to Ukraine? I am indeed drinking water. I'd prefer you didn't, Biz. You wouldn't pay me enough, Nick. I did have to reset my life, Gina. And I will answer your question. I just don't... I don't know how appropriate answering it to the depth that it deserves is. I mean, Mr. Think About It is... He's preaching to the choir, but he is preaching. No, I don't, Sam. Hello, Verret. It's over when I say it is, young goat. That's how you feel, DJ? I'm not, Ronnie. Hello, Kyusa. I'm not, Ronnie. No, I'm not camping. It's not over yet. Okay, Joe Louise. Yeah, I have to walk to I don't have to buy more water. I could refill it at Taco Bell if I wanted to. I've quit a lot of things. I don't either, mister. Think about it. I tip the kids at Panera when I eat there. Dubs, too. Every one of those is a dub, Greenie. Every one of them is a win. We eat dubs around here, y'all. I prefer beef, Os. You don't know me, Joe. We eat dubs. You see, we eat dubs. No, ex-Satan. You don't know that I'm healthy. You don't know me. Grubs? No. No quitting these live streams, that's right. I don't care, Mr. Think About It. Pay isn't relative to the importance of the work. I would rather doctors worked for commission. That would solve everything tomorrow. Your mom, Hustle, I'm smoking your mom. My name is Vincent. That's probably CY USA. Something like that, Ominous Void. I just gave you my name. While you were typing that, which one were you paying attention to? Legs Up Wednesday. Indeed. Welcome back, Hubson. It depends on how you think about hometowns, Gina. You want me to say Piketon, Ohio, but I don't have a hometown. I don't identify as from anywhere. I've lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Mooresville, Asheville, but I don't identify as from anywhere. I mean, Burger King is for white trash people. The menu is white trash. This is the best I've ever lived, Gina. I wouldn't go back to any of the places I've ever lived. I want to be out west someday. I want to be in Europe, Navajo. But yeah, I would like to be out west for a while. Spend some time in the desert. Spend some time on the plains. Spend some time in the mountains. Every night, Iliad. I prefer Hardee's to Burger King. Plastic cheese for sure. I'm not sure what you're asking me, Ominous Void. Yes, Jack Jones. Hardee's used to have this barbecue brisket burger, barbecue brisket, barbecue sauce, onion straws. Fuck. I could smash 3 of those a day, and I did for a little bit in my life. Hey, Long. I understand that Hardee's and Carl's Jr. do have a lot of integrity. That's why they're not everywhere. Same restaurant. Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are the same restaurant. That burger was so good, Jazz. So good, man. Oh my god. Should I call you Kyler, by the way? Jazz? You like Carl's Jr.'s, Navajo? I haven't, Ghost. Hello, Rutslami? I don't know whether Jack in the Box is still a thing. Heard that. I'll probably switch between the two as I think about it, Jazz. I think you're right about that, King Cloud, that Hardee's is the last bastion of dignity. That's why there are so few of them. Thank you for the laugh, Spongy. Hello to the Philippines. Love you too, Rat Cooker. Heard that, buddy. Thank you for the permission. I don't like to take liberties with people's names. I can't, White Collar. I have a really, really, really grisly pelvic floor injury. That's intense, Ghost Samurai. Heard that, Navajo. I have a battery bank, One Punch Man, that was provided to me by Alec. And that battery bank, it's probably about half right now. Not even. I'm still about 60% on the battery bank. I don't, Gina. No, I don't eat from this grass. Maybe later, Spongy. I might go for a walk and somebody's paid for that, so maybe later. Just stick around for a while, Spongy, and don't be a dickhead. That's right. That is right. Mr. Think About It is right about Burger King. I mean, the menu is white trash. The stores are always clean and work. They're just also always empty. I've thought about it, King Cloud. It depends on how long I'm going to be here. If I'm going to be here next spring, I'll plant some vegetables at the end of the winter or whenever they're seasonal. Probably Mason. My spot is great, and I do know that. I do know that. That's why I picked it. I anticipated being here for 3 years. I'm not doing anything to get out west, Ominous. I don't hate work, Michelle, and I'm not homeless either. Agreed, Mr. Think About It. 100% I agree with you on that. If you think so, then don't be in a tent, Teddy. It's a backpacking tent. I just answered that question, Marty. Heck yeah, Greenie. But I will answer that question again because I have a battery bank that was supplied to me by Alec Smith, and it is only at about 60% battery remaining right now. I can do this until tomorrow if I want to. Probably through tomorrow. Moth, I really don't want you to be there. I really want you to go away. That's right, Mr. Think About It. Why are you suddenly attacking me, Ominous Void? McDonald's is full brainwash. Agreed. They're doing their best, but they're brainwash. Probably Go Samurai. Maybe. You're allowed to like what you like, Greenie. It's cheap. It's readily available. And King Cloud. I love King Cloud so much. It's true enough. Think about it. That's right, King Cloud. Sorry to hear that, Grace. This is probably not the place to unload that, though. Yeah, things have quieted down. One punch. I'm sorry you feel sad, Spongy, but somebody else already paid for a tour of the tent. Nobody's paid for a tour of outside, and I'll show you outside when I leave. Yeah, the McFish is a lot smaller. That's called shrinkflation. If you went to high school with me, you would know better than to ask me that question, Lit Candle. They do. Dreaming is here to sell wisdom, I guess. Tent is nice. Several Filaroff. Hello, Anderson. Thank you, Greenie. How would you know my story, Darren? Getting your ears? Oh, that means you're getting your hair cut. Heard that, Navajo. I'm doing great, Miriam. Remember the don't be an asshole part, Spongy? We got any strapping young lad fans in the audience? I've got love question mark in my ear right now for the strapping young lad fans out in the audience. Don't worry about it, Miriam. All of my regulars know my story, Darian. Welcome back, Pac-Man. I don't remember complaining, Dominican. That's right. About the sleep schedule in summer. I have no opinion on Gaza, Joe. Need is relative. Homeless, Matthew. 38, Miriam. Okay, I'm just saying, I didn't know what you were talking about. I'm about to finish a Taco Bell chalupa or gordita or whatever I called it earlier. Yeah, it's nice. Today is a perfect day. Cannot wait for the weather to be like today every single day until winter. Sorry I called you stupid, Mr. Think About It. I push hard. For religious reasons, Matthew. Please be smart, Ghost Samurai. No, fell her off. I don't have a swimming spot. Have a good night, Miriam. Don't worry about it. If you don't remember me calling you stupid, don't worry about it, Mr. Think About It. In my immediate rebuttal. Dreaming, I don't want to philosophize with you about the meaning of need. I don't. I haven't showered since the last week of September 2024. I had no intention of not staying safe until you told me to. But now that you've told me to, I might not be able to. Hello, Marissa. Hello, Calvin. Sure, Daniel. I bathed, though, guys. I know you did, Miriam, and I told you don't worry about it. And then you said you were leaving. And so I said goodbye. Hello, is that Latoya? We can, we're not going to, Jimmy. Asking a question is usually rude. I am the one who said that need is relative. I'm not here to argue with you about what need means. I'm talking to too many people. Hey, Christy. I'm glad to hear that, Dad. I could try Planet Fitness. I'm not going to. If you want to, Chris. Sure, Joey. Yes, Jace. Sure, Pine. Heard that, Mr. Think About It. No thank you, Springtrap. Glad for you, Dads. Okay, Brian. Your mom, V4. There is, Green. If I spent 6 hours looking for a job, I'm doing it wrong. It only takes a half hour. Heard that, Spongy. My Cash App is in the description, Dominican Power. Don't need one, Mako. Hey, Springtrap. No, thank you, Springtrap. It's Mako, not Mako. No, thank you. It's kind of not funny, actually. Don't tell me what to do, Vedic. Mostly I mess with you, Spongy, yes. Thank you for telling me how the sun works, Jay's game. I'm fine, Demon. Yes, TML, I'm camping. Okay, Roll. No problem. Because I want to, real Jonathan. You see it, Watson. You tell me. Thank you, Vedic. Thank you, Vedic. Wait. Pause. Real Jonathan. What? Did you kept those books and wallet at your tent and forgot where you left those? I think you mean, oh, lease papers. What are you asking me? Think, I guess, Ro. Hello, Muhammad. I'm averaging more than 1 like per minute on this. Maybe. Fine, Muhammad. Can have to be more specific, Kev. There are a lot of them in the chat right now. Don't worry about it, Momo. Maybe someday, Togan. You tell me, Redcore. You guys are better at psychoanalyzing me than I am. Brian's more concerned with my employment than I am, and he just won't shut the fuck up about it. Not yet, Saint Professor. Smash or Wendigo? No. And I'm asking you tell me. Where is God hidden, John Mullen? Kev, you're all over the place, man. You're too young to even be allowed to have $1. Your parents don't even let you pretend to pay for dinner yet. Are you suggesting, John Mullen, that I need to carve open my chest to find a God inside it? That's what I thought, Redcore. This whole Jesus is Lord stuff. Lord of what? That's right, Crimson. Hey, Brian. Check it. It's a Wendigo. I do not give up, Crimson. Jesus is the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of Dance. Did you guys see their rebooting Running Man? I don't approve. It looks really bad. I see no evidence in that from talking to you, John. I'm trying to be boring, Mike. I won't be seeing it either, sports fan, and I really loved the original movie. No, they're remaking it, and no, Arnold's not in it. Sundown Town is a poetic way to describe things, Rafer. Is that a song? The original was awesome, One Punch Man. If you say so, Wesley. If you say so, Jay. Then why are you asking me such personal questions, Momo? I don't have any thoughts on Kingdom Hearts, mister. I'm assuming that the remake is going to be truer to the book. I haven't read the book. Don't worry about it, Wesley. I am not in Florida. You got 49 more guesses, Willie. I see no evidence of that in you, Ruben. Gilbert, I was talking about they're remaking Running Man. I did watch the remake of Naked Gun, Jazz. I really liked it a lot. It's one of my favorite comedies. I loved it. I thought it was really funny. It's the dumbest movie I've ever watched in my life. And that's all I ever wanted. That opening gag made me guffaw so fucking hard. I don't hate Jesus. I never met him, John. I have no reason to believe that Jesus ever lived. That's what they say, Ruben, but I see no evidence of that. All the Christians I talk to are dickheads. It was so funny. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. But I don't know. I loved it. I didn't know him, Sharkfin. No reason to hate him. Pretty sure he's dead. I don't know who Stephen Gerrard is. Sure, Hearts for Tank. You can find the link with a $100 subscription to my Patreon. If you say so, Redcore. Every Christian that comes through my chat and says, I'm a Christian and I'm going to talk to you about how I'm a Christian, is an asshole. Christy, I'm good, babe. If you want to support me, you can tell me how you want to, but I don't need anything right now, babe. You take care of yourself, alright? Much love. I'll see you tomorrow, I'm sure. Never walk alone. If you say so, Redcore. I already answered that question, Hearts for Tank. $100 subscription to my PayPal, and I'll tell you the answer to that question. My subs will be the first people to know, Christy. I'll just put it in a short on the channel if I need anything. You've still got time to decide, Gina. Yes, Hearts for Tank. Yes, I have an OnlyFans. The Bible, my Bible is right here, Kia. My Bible is right here. I sleep with it, and I read it for the channel frequently. What would you like me to read from it? What would you like for me to read from it, Kia? Let's just open right here to Samuel chapter 12, where Nathan rebukes David. Quote, "And the Lord sent Nathan to David. He came to him and said to him, 'There were two men in a certain city, the one rich and the other poor. The rich man had very many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing but one little ewe lamb, which he had bought. And he brought it up to him, and he grew up with him, and it grew up with him and his children. It used to eat of his morsel, and drink from his cup, and lie in his arms. And it was like a daughter to him. Now there came a traveler to the rich man, and he was unwilling to take one of his own flock or herd to prepare for the guest who had come to him. But he took the poor man's lamb and prepared it for the man who had come to him. Then David's anger was greatly kindled against the man, and he said to Nathan, 'As the Lord lives, the man who has done this deserves to die, and he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity.'" What else would you like to see me read from the Bible, Kaya? We're not going to talk about gay marriage if we can avoid it. I don't know, Gina. You'll know when you're talking to him, babe. Hardened against what? I love that Redcore just listened to me read the Bible, and he's going to condescend to me beside me. Harry Shannon says, God is supposed to be love, yet he sent his son to be butchered on a cross, and yet he calls us sinners. That's my theology. You didn't read John 3:16 right if you think you know what love is, you fucking douchebags. But John Mullen is not a man of no sin, and John Mullen is not a Bible-reading Christian. 1 Thessalonians, Dylan Thompson asks, 2:14-16. Look at that, I flipped right to Thessalonians because I know my Bible. 2 Thessalonians, what chapter? 2:14-16. The man of lawlessness, we're going to read the whole chapter. Now, concerning the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ and our being gathered together to him, we ask you, says Paul, brothers, not to be quickly shaken in your mind or alarmed, either by a spirit or a spoken word, or a letter seeming to be from us, that is Paul, to the effect that the day of the Lord is come. Let no one deceive you in any way, for that day will not come, unless the rebellion comes first, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself against every so-called God or object of worship, so that he takes his seat in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God. Do you not remember that when I was still with you, I told you these things? And you know, says Paul, what is restraining him now, so that he may be revealed in his time. For the mystery of lawlessness is already at work. Only he who now restrains it will do so until he is out of the way. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord Jesus will kill with the breath of his mouth, and bring to nothing by the appearance of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is by the activity of Satan, says Paul, with all power and false signs and wonders, and with all wicked deception for those who are perishing, because they refused to love the truth, and so be saved. Therefore God sends them a strong delusion, so that they may believe what is false, in order that all may be condemned, who did not believe the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Stand firm, subtitles this Bible. Continues Paul, but we ought always to give thanks to God for you, brothers beloved by the Lord, because God chose you as the first fruits to be saved through sanctification by the Spirit and belief in the truth. And now from 14, to this he called you through our gospel, so that you may obtain the glory of our Lord Jesus Christ. So then, brothers, stand firm and hold to the traditions that you were taught by us, either by our spoken word or by our letter. And so all those Christians that were in here giving me this, go fuck yourselves. You have been deceived. For God so loved the world, he destroyed his only begotten Son. I don't have Harry Potter. I'm not reading it's not a definition of love. I'm not reading any more Bible for you idiots. I'm not reading any more Bible for you assholes until I see money hit my fucking Cash App. What is wrong with you dickheads? Find my way. I'm the one with a Bible in easy reach, John. I'm the one with the Bible in easy reach. Thank you, sports fan. Kia, fuck off. Spare the rod and ruin the child. Brian is preaching now. I appreciate you, Christy. Oh, I have conditional love. Hosea 11:11. God called Hosea to take a wife from whoredom. Heard that, King Cloud. Take your wife from whoredom. I gotta pee. Okay, and so anyway, if Hosea it has a prophecy of Jesus, what that means is that the Mary was a cult prostitute at the Asherah cult, and what that means is that Jesus um, cannot be God because his father was a John. Ghost, don't. Because the whoredom from which Hosea is taking his wife is the Asherah cult. Take care, One Punch. Love you, buddy. I'm fine, Blub Blub. I'm done. We don't do blasphemy, Spongy. We don't do blasphemy. Absolutely should not spread the God's word for free. Jesus said that the workman deserves his wage. God doesn't pay an hourly wage. If you're proselytizing the gospel, you deserve a wage from the people to whom you're proselytizing it to. If you're teaching, you deserve a wage. You're going to come in here and say not Jesus. You're going to come in here and say teachers deserve more pay. And then you're going to tell me that I don't deserve pay? Does your pastor not get pay? Do you not tithe, you fucking asshole? Christians are assholes. Hey, General Gamer. The Bible clearly states a lot of things, D. It also says that rabbits are evil. Melanie's right. Welcome back, Funky. Teachers teach us that adults are arrogant and wrong. Teachers do not help us learn, nor do they help us succeed. Funky, you're probably an asshole. Whether you're nice or not is irrelevant. You're probably an asshole. Blub Blub, you're probably an asshole. If you feel like you need to state it, you're an asshole. If you don't want to talk about your theology with me, you're an asshole. Yes, teachers beat us down when we're most vulnerable, Joe. I am so mean, John. You keep saying you're leaving. John is a Christian and he's an asshole. I'm making assumptions about people that I'm getting to know very well, Funky Monkey. And Christians are assholes. I've never met a person who announces that they're a Christian that was not an asshole. I don't care what you want to say, Blub Dub. I am being nice to you, John. All I called you was an asshole. I didn't tell you what I actually think about you. You're scum of the fucking earth. You're announcing what you see, Donovan. God loves seeing me treat people this way. If God didn't like it, my chat wouldn't work, John. If God didn't like it, he would intervene. I am harsh, Blub Dub, and you're a dumbass. Christians are assholes. Oh, it's definitely an egg situation there. It's built into the religion. Did you not listen to Paul? I read Paul. Paul was an asshole. God does act this way. Did you not see what he did to his child, Funky Monkey? Have you not read that story? Did you not watch that movie? That's great, Jupiter. Don't argue with me about theology and we can be friends. I actually don't have anime on my shirt. Thank you, Griffin. That's how I was born, 3Me. How was Paul? He was an asshole. He was an asshole. He was an asshole. My theology is very, very different than yours, King Cloud. But I respect your theology because you're willing to argue with me about it. I won't tell you you're wrong. I'll just ask you pedantic questions I know the answer to. I'm looking at myself right now, you fucking idiot. Mama would definitely be proud. Mama had Electra bad. Heard that, Gina. Stick around after 33, please. Yes, Junaid. Hello, Sin. Nah, she's not with the pizza guy anymore. She broke up with him because he was a fat loser. She started dating some guy and then moved back in with her dad. That was 10 years ago, guys. 10 years ago was a long time. You'll find out after 33, Gina. Yes, CTB, I'm camping. I wonder the same thing, Jess. Yes, Jupiter. 2 away from 900. We're going to hit 1,000 probably today. If I keep doing this, especially if I were to take a walk. Why is John still here? It's really funny to see Christians be so confrontational. Jesus said, offer the other cheek. He didn't say, instigate someone to slap you. That's how I was born, Archer. Nah, I hear you, Sports. It doesn't make sense. You'll find out, Gina. I am so mean, John. So mean. I'm so mean. I am being nice to you, John. I haven't called you a piece of shit. Steaming pile of useless cow dung. You aren't even good for fertilizer, John. You're fucking useless. You lack all human value. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Jupiter. Understand that I am a deeply religious person, but so long as you don't want to argue with me about theology, we are good. Oh, it does, John. I absolutely know that. But it takes an adult to use a retort that wasn't invented in a kindergarten classroom. I don't know that there's actually going to be a movie, so I don't have any thoughts. Because there's more money to be made here, Junaid. Who day, love? What up? I'm also a jazz fan now. I gotta learn what state that's from. I'll figure it out. Who says that I'm eligible for social services, Junaid? Hello, Jace. I'm in hell, Zara. You're here. The devil has arrived. I don't know yet, Jake. I don't even know what state jazz is in. I decided I was a jazz fan yesterday. I don't know anything about the NBA. Thank you, think about it. Stockton? Just say Stockton, Jazz. Heard that, Stockton. I'm not going to remember that. But Stockton, Utah is where the jazz is. Thank you. I do know of Amy Winehouse. I accidentally said a really hurtful thing about her the other day, Melanie. Don't get me wound up. You play saxophone and piano? That's cool, Jupiter. John Stockton. That guy sounds like he's got a private detective's name. I don't have any thoughts on the WNBA, Poopy. The blues is fine. I don't listen to it on purpose. The Black Keys is not music, in my opinion, Harry, but I'm glad you like it. Jack Stockton. You're doing a bad job, Lub Dub. About $100, Junaid. I make about $100 a day. I've made about $50 already today. My favorite sport's the NFL, American rules football. But professional, Jupiter. I don't like college. I don't like the rules. Yes, apostate. It's tiny. Micro, even. I'm curious to know as well, Mr. Think About It. I don't like the doors. They put me to sleep. I mean, you're still here, Blub Dub. I'll give you that. That's the way to look at it, Blub. Hello, Babs. What's up? I wasn't allowed to vote, bud. They turned me away. They told me they lost my registration. The Eagles? Heard that, Jupiter. Got a lot of Eagles fans in this chat. Sure, John. No, bud. I love you too, Barbara. Thank you, Junaid. I was assuming you were asking that question out of genuine curiosity. Baltimore. We can't be friends over Baltimore, CTB, but we can talk about other things. Sabbath is fine. A lot right now, bud. I'm making more than I'm comfortable with. This, Jupiter. Try it, John. Why are you still here? Just report and move on. Now he's going to spam. Now he's going to literally spam it. Dumbass. Christians are fucking assholes. All of them. Every single Christian who identifies as a Christian in public is a fucking asshole. You should be ashamed of your religion. Junaid, if you say something offensive, I'm just going to mute you. You don't see how they behave in public, bud? You see what I'm doing, Junaid? You're probably an asshole, bud. Probably, Jazz. No, there are not, John. There aren't bears in Central Ohio. Not today, Timmy. Maybe tomorrow. Don't worry about it, Chef. That's right, Melanie. You got the party rolling. The ball rolling. The party started. Thank you already, Dad. Be cool, Navajo. Don't worry about it, Chef. No, I was just reading from the Bible, Mr. Monkey. It was probably you, Bareface. I don't know, Blubdub. I don't actually know you. I called Mr. Think About It stupid earlier, and he's not stupid. I just push hard. I don't really want to talk with you, Chef. But there are ways that you can talk to me privately if you want to. Hello to Poland, Menical. Hello, Trixie. I haven't felt the need to mute you yet, Blubdub. Hello, Curry. I'm not in Columbus, John. I lived in Columbus for 5 years. Christianity is fine. Christians are the worst. Obviously, BD, you have to pay for it if I'm going to talk to you about it. Because it makes me money, Jay. It entertains my regulars. Heard that to Scotland, or from Scotland. Take it easy, Blubdub. Well, if I'm not mean, no one's going to do it. That's why, Jay. I'm not camping, generic. Hello, Johnny John. I'm fine, Kari. I can't even see what Mia's saying. Oh, there she is. Don't worry about it, generic. Depends, Brian. Allegory was invented by the Greeks after the Bible was composed. Because they act like assholes, Johnny John. And because a bunch of them were being assholes. I thought I already told you goodbye, Blubdub. Yes, Abby, I am still alive. This is what I do for a living. I don't want to prove that God isn't real, Kieran. Thank you for the like. That's 50 in an hour. That's the fastest I've ever gotten to 50. Please don't, Zane. Yes, Saint. I swear to God, you keep saying you're leaving. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, Blubdub? Do you need a fucking hug? Do you want me to stop the show? Everybody! Everybody! Blubdub is leaving. Skipping down. I miss kissing you too, Lit Candle. If that's how you feel, Jesse, please don't call me buddy. If you want to, Lane, probably you shouldn't. OMG, it's happening, Sports Jazz. That's funny. No, I cannot trust a fart. No, I don't need a hug, Abby. I need a long, slow, deep... Hello, generic. Hello, Johnny John. $38, Paco. Close. Hello, AJ. Hello, GTA. Yeah, 900. We did cross that. We crossed it, Greenie. Hello, Curtis. Heard that, Ghost. That was a joke, and I'm sorry I said it. I tried to censor myself at the end there. I feel like I trailed off. I just didn't have a punchline. Thank you for the sub, Curtis. I am Mad Dog. Sambo. I don't know what that means. Okay, if that's enough. More than I'm comfortable with, Abby. Today's going to be a $50 day when I look at my money. Didn't you put it in my comments, Greenie? And I had a, you can go back and I made a celebrating 250 subs short, Greenie, if you really care. That date is time, that video is time, you understand what I'm trying to say, time stamped. No more games, I'm not homeless. It's in the description or in my profile, lit candle. No, I'm not, big stiff. Heard that, Melanie. It's not that I'm not interested. I'm doing stuff. I already did some, but I watched on stream earlier today. I'll make it public when the day's over. That kind of hurts my feelings, Abby. You don't think I'm worth 50 bucks? I didn't make any money from shorts. I made that money today from this. I'm honest, Just ATF. Hello, Lino. I feel like I said hi to you already. Never been to Duluth, no. Please don't smash the like button for any reason that Big wants. Yeah, Toombs, I can, but not because you asked. Toombs, someone has already paid for this tour, so I'll do it again. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it any more than this. There you go. How do you think, Plastic? I've been doing this for 6 hours. Probably Gina. I've been trying to not get popular for that specific thing. Well, Abby, I am also very intelligent, and that when people ask me intelligent questions, people are impressed enough and they are touched enough in their lives that they feel like they want to contribute. I actually have something to offer that those people don't. Too bad, Toombs. Thank you for sharing, Hulk. How do you want me to prove it, Johnny? I don't know why I care about what you like or what you want, Toombs. You didn't give me money. I'm gonna get snacks and water soon. I should have already left, Gina. This is gonna be distracting when I walk, so I was waiting for it to slow down a little bit. I'm not your dad, Johnny John. I will beat your fucking ass. Thank you for that one, mister. Think about it. Don't worry about it, Plastic. I'm Carmen Sandiego. It's not hot here, Davis. It's actually really comfortable. Okay, let me see that donation and I'll shut up about my opinions. No more games. Yes, MG, I'm working with the federal government. I remember you, ACB. You said I was the first person to say your name in the correct order. I don't like opinions, Tombs. They're like assholes. Everyone has one and everybody else's stinks. Heard that, Abby. Love you too, babe. No thank you, plastic. Not for free. Heard that, Tokyo. I agree. Going for a walk is better than resting. I don't think of myself as resting right now. I'm actually in a lot of pain. Take it easy, Hulk. I can. I'm not going to, Jay. I don't have any pets anymore, Abby. No. I'm fine, Michael. I'm fine, Tokyo. I'm a little bit annoyed that you told me about your friend, but I'm fine. Forget about it momentarily. I just won't have a good memory for my first impression of you, like I do for ACB. Joint pain sucks, Gina. That's why I'm so stoned. Take care, sports. Take care, Kyler. Take care, Kyler. Hey, Chicken Nugget. You got me like 10 likes last night, so what up? How you doing? My bluntness is meant to be funny, Tombs. I frame my sentences in ways that are supposed to be funny. Okay, I'll see you tonight, J-Will. You're back, and your front. They're both here, Chicken. Actually, neither of your front or your back are here. They're probably there. 19, backyard. My day is what you're watching, Tokyo. Oh, Gina, I'm going to be all about walking. I might be the better version of Jack Black, because I fucking hate Jack Black. So I might have decided that I wanted to do his shtick, but funny. So I'll take it, Michael. No, Plastic, I'm not homeless. I just hang out in this tent all day, and I sleep here, and I eat here, and sometimes I pee here. Welcome back, Mommy's Milkers. Indeed, tubular. I am a hater, but I didn't see that 70 bucks. So that's my opinion. My opinion is that I'm a hater. My opinion is also... Let me find your dumbass name. My opinion is also that No More Games, No More Flames is a really stupid fucking user handle. People who don't think cats... People who think cats aren't loyal never met my cats. R.I.P. Wiley Invader in the chat if you love me. I'm not sorry about it, Javea. I'm an adult. Are you making them do it? Don't tell me what to fucking do, Chantel. 11 months, Abby, since the last week of September last year. No, I'm not an atheist lit candle. I am deeply religious. Welcome back, Jupiter. Because I'm very serious, Nickel. Jack Black is very annoying. Mommy Milkers has showed up to be serious today after the challenge. It's a lot of Cyrillic. I'm not a fucking bulletin board, Barney. I'm not dating a 23-year-old girl anymore either. She got too old. Jim Carrey's played out, Joe Togan. I do not like going either fishing or hunting. I also forget to eat about sometimes. Think about it. I don't think I have a favorite animal, Jupiter. Day's been like this, Diablo. What's up? Alex Jones is a douchebag. So people tell me, 3Me, you look like an astronaut with a gay pride flag flying behind you. You tell me, Abby, do I look like I'm holding up? Don't tell me what to do, Nickel. Favorite word? Juxtaposition, Jupiter. Juxtaposition is my favorite word. I don't have a favorite band right now, but Tools Lateralis is my favorite song. I don't mind when the day becomes this, the random questions that have answers. I don't mind random questions that have answers, for the record. I would probably not like Kodak Black. That sounds like rap. That sounds like the opposite of Tool. I don't work out often, Kayleen. I need to throw my kettlebell around for my shoulder a little bit. Yes, lit candle, I'm a serial killer. I'll play along with your non-random answerless questions, but eventually I'll get tired. I do not have a record player. I'm in a fucking tent. 500 subs up. Heard that from August 10th. 10 days. I told you guys, 10 days. It's been 10 days since it started. Exactly 10 days today. The nicotine is Ria Bland Dualicious. Kingdom Hearts is okay. Don't worry about it, slice of bread. You want an H in there, bud. Were is past tense are. If I vaped less, I would still be in the tent because I choose to be in the tent, 3me. I would just vape less. I don't have any views. The guy's dead. I have 3 of them, Max. You are a headache, Kayleen. You can find the answer to the video games I like on my channel, Lit Candle. Did I earn your... Are you guys telling me that you subbed because you think I earned it? You got to understand, I don't care nearly as much about the sub as I do about the tip. Tell me you tipped, and I'll care. I'm not going to congratulate you for subbing. You didn't earn it. I didn't earn it, Toombs. I endured you long enough that you decided you wanted to come back. I didn't earn anything from you yet. Don't worry about it, Slice. I don't like yours, Toombs. We, X, indeed. Because they're dumb. Think about it. Democrats are Russian sleeper cells. I'm an aggressive power bottom, double OG. It is a fun time here, Abby. You'd probably fall, Celestine. $1, JJ. It's a nice tip. Someday, Tokyo. Don't worry about we, are, I am. No, Saber. No, lit candle, you should not. Right, think about it. It's because they're Nazi sleeper cells. I'm not joking. 7, Mr. C7. Yeah, I got a weirdly flat head. No control over it. You'll get there one of these days, Slice. I don't want to talk about fucking Jesus anymore, Giddy this. I'm not worried about it, Lit. You are the weakest magician that has hexed me yet. Take care, chicken. Great to see your profile. I will sleep really well. My head hurts. I'm tired from this. I'm going to walk down to the gas station and then up and get something to eat. Probably not with it, get something to eat, but I'm going to sleep really well tonight. That's right. Think about it. That's factually accurate. I have a chalupa over here that I'll nosh on, chicken. No, JJ. You got 49 more guesses. I'm going to go to the gas station to get cigarettes. And because I got a chalupa right here. But I'll probably be hungry when I come back from the gas station. No booze. Mike, why do you think I didn't brush my teeth before I started this? So people tell me, Skeleton. And why do you think that I'm just going to leave you in my chat? What's up, Cam? You're watching it, Cam. I don't use the shampoo. Subscribe to the channel. Well, Zachary, if you should be spending your time on Indeed, why are you here? I'll make it easy for you to leave. No, I'm not an influence, Judge. I don't think much of Disney. My mind is too bombarded with these idiots to have anything but these idiots on my mind, Yozuko. Tacos are better than burritos. I don't have gingivitis, guys. I just have long-term neglect, and I smoke. I don't think about it. You're watching it, Jajay. The burrito is not a closed taco. I don't know what you're asking me, James. I don't think about it. No, I don't have C. diff. So they tell me I'm Magnifico. I don't know why you keep coming back to my stream, but I'll make it easy for you. I don't think about it. I don't want to talk about anything, no, but if you do, I'll read what you have to say and I'll tell you what I'm thinking about it. If I'm thinking anything about it, I'll react. Disney's a monopoly, but it's allowed to happen, so I just don't think about it because there's nothing that thinking about it is going to get me. No, I've never played Kingdom Hearts, James. Yes, our teeth are genetic. No, I'm not a grandpa. I'm old enough to be, though. I don't have any kids. The price of groceries is appropriate to the cost of living. Because the rent is too damn high, Yozuko. Yes, Jeremy. Thank you, Big JMW. No, Abton. 38 blue. I gave you an effort. Think about it. I wish that it weren't true about me too, Greenie. I sat up, Javea. I kind of leaned up against the back wall of my tent a little bit. I'm not arguing with any more Christians for a while, guys. Maybe, Jeremy. I hope not, DB. It's a good question. I hope not. I'm not in a homeless shelter. That's a question that has an answer I'm not going to give you for free, Javea. It depends on what you mean by help, Magnifo. Because I choose to, Roblox. You know you've got troll in your name. I'm not going to take you seriously, right? The last time I took a shower was on the last week of September 2024. I brushed my teeth this morning, Jeremy. I am breathing air. I hope so, DB. I'm hoping they're going to have to push 6K. He's going to have to break Marino's record. I'm not outside, Sophia. I'm in a tent. I agree, Mr. Think About It. Video games shouldn't be free to play. The microtransactions encourage cheating. If you say so, Jeremy. I have no sort of education. The weather is perfect. If they're going to be a 12-win team, he's going to have to push 6K. They're going to have to be 59, 6,100. Jamar and T are both going to have to go over 2K. They're going to have to be absolutely phenomenal on offense to push 12 wins. It's called duo something. Dualicious, Cameron. Thank you for the rolling updates, Greenie. I don't get tired of them. I am vaping in 2025. He's got the weapons. That's what I'm saying. If Gesicki could come down with a contested ball, that offense could score 50 points a week. I don't watch UFC Soul on Soul. Thank you for still being here. That's an hour and a half. That is fucking determination, my friend. You see what I'm doing, Jason? I don't have any future plans. No, Magnifo. Yes, I'm used to wearing safety goggles from growing up in machine shops, Roblox, so I like big glasses. I have no kids, Thaddeus. I swear to God, you guys with the asking me if I have kids. I swear to God, you guys are doing that meme from TikTok. Yes, I have a book recommendation for you. You tell me. A legitimate book recommendation for you that's not scripture. The Breakers. The Breakers series by Edward W. Robertson. I'm 38, Abby. Closing in. We crossed 900 at AKJ. I shouldn't, Sophia, but I do. I don't like anime, but I've watched it, Trombonist. Thank you, Jajay. Do you have any kids? One. Who's the father? One. I have one kid. Okay, but do they have the same father? I have one kid. Not yet, Jason. You will be if you ask again. I said I have watched it. I didn't say I do watch it. I do not like anime, but I have watched it. Chase Brown. Chase is going to have to push 2K too. All-purpose yards. I'm not even kidding, DP. They're going to just have to be prolific. It's going to have to be absolutely insane. It's going to have to look like Madden. Thank you, Abby. I spent a lot of time working and I didn't treat my body rough. What's up, Danny? What do I do for fun, Sophia? That's hard to answer. I don't know the answer to that question. Edward W. Robertson. That's correct, you tell me. The Breakers is the name of the series. You're meant to be bored, Cameron. Sim the defense. Yeah, put them out there. Just slow it down. You know, they usually talk about bend but don't break defenses, and this is a just slow it down. Just take 3 minutes. Just give us some time to breathe. Yes. They're literally going to have to go no huddle every single play. They're going to have to look like the Chip Kelly Eagles. Don't tell me what to do, Cameron. Yeah. The Bengals are going to have to look like the Chip Kelly Eagles. 80 plays of offense, 90 plays of offense. It's going to be absolutely insane if they're going to win. If they're going to win. If they're going to play like last year, it's going to be 6 wins. I have food in the tent right now, Abby. I've made like $50 today, babe. I love you. Think about it. I do. I would recommend the audiobooks of the Breakers. I think the Bengals will get destroyed by the Lions. I predict the Bengals are 6 wins this year. Favorite instrument's hard to answer. I can play trumpet and bass, but the drums are my favorite instrument. Hello, Cassidy. And I can sing. And I said trumpet. 908. It's just climbing, climbing, climbing. Edward W. Robertson, KJ, is my favorite author. I think you would find a lot of camaraderie in his work. That's right, Mr. Think About It. And all anime, do not let your children just watch anime. The Lions are going to take a step back unless Dan Campbell is the real guy. If Dan Campbell is the real dude, then the Lions are going to be a 12 or 14 win team. I kind of figured that, trombonist. I don't play Roblox, Cassidy. You only have to ask once, babe. Too old for Roblox, darling. He got me past my block, KJ. He taught me how to tell a story that doesn't end. Take care, Abby. It was great seeing you. Be well. Take care of yourself. Drink enough water. Sleep 6 hours or more. 2 hours without blue light. I don't do that. I have these glasses, so I don't really see blue light the same way you guys do. Trombonist wants a joke, but he doesn't want to pay me for it. Campbell is a gambler. Fourth down. When fourth down works, when you're above 50% on fourth down, your coordinators don't matter. I think JJ is going to take the Vikings to 12 or 14 wins and win that division again, Ed. Once, Cameron. I'm glad to hear that, Anthony. I have food here in the tent, Abby, babe. I'll be fine. You know, Negan, the questions that need to be asked are those, and I just didn't think about it right, man. I should have been a young Mexican man. But I'm not a young white man either. Heard that, Inus? I won't be surprised if I make 1,000 by tonight either. Especially if this turns into my Final Fantasy 3 stream, does like it did last night. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm monetized by next week. Well, you kind of did mean to make fun of me, Anthony. I already told you, Cameron, once. KJ's also right about that. I am a young Chinese man. 9, 10, something like that, Ben. I wish that I had said that, Inus. I didn't say it. I was just agreeing with that guy. Hey, Ed. I grew up a Dolphins fan. I'm a Bengals fan now, and I live close enough to the Browns that maybe you've heard this before, maybe you've never heard it before, but my favorite sports idiom is I heard a Browns guy say that when he dies, he wants Browns players to be his pallbearers so that the Browns can let him down one more time. One last time, but one more time. You get it. You probably just shouldn't have made whatever you said, dickhead. Anthony, whatever you said, dickhead, you probably just shouldn't have said. Yeah, my tent is in the Browns Stadium. Live close to Browntown your whole life? Heard that. Hey, trombonist. You do say that about the Vikings. That's my favorite sports idiom. I'm glad you know it. I'm glad I'm not teaching it to you. And I hope you use it from time to time. I don't know that the Vikings are going to win the Super Bowl this year, man, but their coach is too good. Kevin McConnell's too good. He's too good not to get one, not to steal one. And they've got 12 years with that McCarthy. You got 10 or 15 years with that kid. I know that you don't want to hear that, but the Vikings have just needed somebody to hold the fucking reins for 10 years. My dad was a low-key Vikings fan. And so, like, the Minnesota Miracle is one of my favorite football moments of all time. I love the Vikings. No, trombonist, I'm going to be nice. Heard that, think about it. Franz Harkington. I didn't want to say it, but you just need somebody behind the fucking helm. Because when you had somebody behind the helm, you've got the ownership. You used to win Super Bowls. I don't know, TKZ. The Minnesota Miracle never happened. I never saw it happen. I heard it on the radio, so I believed it was happening. Sports ball is awesome, Sphinx, so long as it's the NFL, and I'm trying to learn the NBA. My guy, sports jazz fan here on YouTube is gonna help me become a Utah Jazz fan. I got that right. I am learning. I'm trying. I know one team, where one team is, and what their name is. I love religion, Inus, mythology, metamythology, history, archaeology. One time, Cameron. One time. I didn't see what you said. Give me a second, DB. Okay. Gamecocks. Yeah, that's the joke that I was leaving alone, DB. Thank you for bringing the philosophy. Yes, I read philosophy for the channel. I don't like 19th century philosophy, so you're going to be upset with me about that if what you like is 19th century philosophy. Your PhD is a degree in photography. One time, Cameron. I do my best, Ed. That would be an oh no situation, oh no. You like science, trombonist? It depends on what you mean by real, Inus. Astronomy? That's cool. I like astrophysics. I'm less interested in astronomy than I am astrophysics. I like the math. Yes, I own the collector, guys. KJ McDonald, my guy here, KJ McDonald. He's a producer of the... I need to do this for more people. But KJ is legit. I need to do this for more people. And we'll work on that in the future. It's been random up till now. But my guy KJ, buy his books. The Collector, I own it. I'll read it someday. I promise, KJ, I will read it someday. I don't promise when that is. Science is a philosophy, sure. I skipped everything between that, whatever I was just talking about, and I don't feel anything about it, Rodney. Depends on what you mean, Dominican. Which one? I don't live near Nashville, and I'm not camping. I don't like to camp with other people. I grew up in Boy Scouts. Hey, Zoinks. Zoinks! I'm trying to practice it. Sure, Dominican. I believe in minimum 2 of them. I believe in a lot of them. I don't think about it, Thaddeus. Alright, if the chat just broke, because that's the longest pause I've had in the chat this hour and a half session. Oh, there it is. Yes, it is. Think about it. I just don't know what it sounds like, Ultima. I'd have to hear it to practice and know what it sounds like. It's not easy, Inues. No, it's really cool today, Keith. It was hot as hell yesterday. Today has been overcast and cloudy. It's not got above 60. It's not got above 70 today. That's great. I really do think it's great that you feel like this is the place that you could share that, TKZ. It's hot in LA. I heard it was overcast yesterday, Danny, or the day before. I don't know what you want me to brain about, Inues. No, Asher. I'll read that for $1, oh. Brain about it is a weird thing to say. Robophobic. I'm a robosexual myself. Mr. Think About It. For the Futurama fans out there. I love you more. No, I love you more. No, I love you more. No, I love you more. Oh, God. She's in an infinitely regressing loop, and he's an idiot. I didn't say I don't care. I said I don't feel anything about it. Now, think about it. It's my guy. Think about it in the chat. Anyways. Welcome back, Pet Diaries. You're deifying gravity? Thank you, Danny. Thank you for liking that. That's how I feel when I'm talking to an AI and she compliments me. That's why I did it, KJ. You're my dude. Do you think I do life lessons? You ask me that every day. What up, Patricia? You a Patty? 7. V the Hitman. I have no reason to be yelling or using profanity right now, Pet Diaries. But if you mention it again, I will fucking do it. Yes, Germ, lust is bad. The Bible does not defend slavery. The Bible outlines the ethical ways to do it. That's right, Mr. Think About It. Mr. Think About It has tagline, Think About It. Patricia, you don't want to know what I think you look like. Actually, I'll just tell you. You look like Hulk Hogan in the racer guy who became Kardashian wife or whatever. You look like her in his wig. Or you look like Hulk Hogan in her wig. Thank you, Danny. I'm trying to put on a show. I'm not sleepy. No. Thank you, Pet. Hello, lover god. Your grammar's weird. Don't worry about it, Liam. I've done this from noon. It's going to be sundown before I actually get up to go to the fucking cigarette store. That's not what people call gas stations. Sometimes you just gotta spit it out to get there. That's what she said. You too, Kendro. Don't worry about it, Hitman. Ooh, I'm hungry. That's what it looks like when I listen to Meshuggah. I don't know what Happy Blasphemy means. No, Liam. You got a weird name, love our God, but you see what I'm doing. Your weave is slaying it, Patricia. Uh-huh. Do you accept a wage, O? Do you accept a wage, O? God damn it. No, I can't, Pep. You mean love is God, bud. Know something about nothing. You stole my podcast, by the way. Don't tell me what to do. No, I'm in a tent. Ugh. That's what they say, Patricia. They also say I look like Jim Carrey and me, myself, and Irene. I'm not doing a camping trip, Pet. I can't say the same about you, Bruins. What's up, XX Rogue? Is the tent outside? Depends. Outside of what? Probably Bruins. Me too, Joe. I can't do it, so don't ask. Does a man with everything technically have nothing? Yes. Favorite movie, Blade Runner 2049. No camping, Logan. I can, Pet Diaries. Can you send me $1? I cannot do a backflip, XX Rogue. I am boring, Liam. I'm trying to bore you specifically. Danny thinks it's funny, though. I'm not tough, Bree. But I could take you, though. I can't send you that. What do you mean by fix? I don't have super chats yet, Pet Diaries. Worst movie? The worst movie I've ever seen was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Hello, Malika. It's still Wednesday, yes. The Room is KJ McDonald's least favorite movie. Or rather, worst movie. Welcome back, Sound Shepherd. Jupiter. There's a bunny moving around outside my tent. I agree with think about it. I wouldn't say I'm outside. I'm in a tent. Sure, Pet. His favorite Soed song is Holy Mountain. Holy Mountains. I think it's plural. John Carpenter's The Tent. Yeah. No shit. The other night it felt like that, Ultima Lex. I found a bunch of hairs in my tent that I couldn't identify, and it freaked the fuck out of me. Outside my tent is the outside. The outdoors. Some, dude. Thank you for sharing, hi. I didn't watch that, Malika. I am not outside. No, I'm in my tent. I am inside my tent. I don't know what DDP is. People are dumb, think about it. I need to hook you up with Funny Republican. Between you and me, KJ, that was a challenge. I think I could make a movie called The Tent interesting. Actually, I know I could. Do I need to write that script? Because I could make a movie called The Tent interesting. Figure it out, The Hitman. I am home, Pet Diaries. I'm not outside. Outside is out there. Danny is just dying over there. I love it, Danny. I love that you're having such a good time. Hello, home sweet home. How are you doing? I don't want to mention Pet Diaries. That's way too much. That is way too much square footage. It'll give me an anxiety attack just knowing that I own it. I'm not outside, Summa dude. I hope you're not, Ben. Hello, HC. I have no way to defend myself from people who are near my tent, so I hope you're not. But if you choose to do a crime, it will be on video, so please make it quick if you're going to kill me. You're suffering from low subscribers? There are a lot of reasons, Joe. I already am tagged, so you should have got here sooner. Please don't call me that, Rob. Thanks, Ben. Do you have weed? I don't have any money, but if you want to share. I'm doing great, Samurai. If that's how you feel, Zavu, it's great, I guess. Hello, Smokies. Is something wrong, Jack? Yeah, it's not a sign of respect where I'm from, Rob. I'm tired too, Remix. Something, Smokies. You can see my tent, Ben. It's right here. Lots of ways, TKZ. I don't owe you an answer to that question. I don't use a sock. I use an inside-out glove for washing your car. I take one of those gloves for washing your car, and I turn it inside out. Yeah, the caps aren't necessary. One day at a time, Dio Salindo. Am I not calm, Remix? I actually have a knife here, Ben. I have a knife right here. I'm actually wearing a V-neck. Why are you sorry? Are you the kind of person who pushes people down and then feels bad about it, Remix? No, I didn't go to Panera today, Vito. This, Dio Salinda, this is what I do. I'm clocked 8.5 hours already today. I could end this, go get my cigarettes, go get something to eat, take 2 hours, come back for my 10 o'clock stream, and that would be 10 hours. That'd be a 10-hour day. Ben, I'm done talking to you, bud. I keep trying to turn you off, Spongy. About $100 lately, Brand Crack. Oh, I'm sorry, KJ. I just decided to stay here. I have food here in the tent. I had enough water. I need to leave and get water at some point. I don't know, Vito. I don't get it either, buddy. I'm just glad that you get it because you work with your hands. Sticks and stones, think about it. What the hell? Says Ultima Lex. It did. It's turned from night to day. This is what Ohio's like. That's why I'm showing you. Ohio goes from bright to not bright very quickly. It's so flat. What do you think, Herbst? It's actually this. This is how dark it actually is. I don't know what you're asking. No Shwiatel. I feel like I've made a few teaching moments here and there, Vito. I feel like I've tried to keep at least thematically to the Shaggy Philalitheia character. I haven't got my smokes yet, Christy. I'm going to have to soon because I got my camp light on and that's going to hurt my eyes before it doesn't. And I just realized it's 8:30. So I actually should be putting my shoes on and doing that right now. Live streaming is jobbing. That's correct. It's not a job. It is jobbing. No, I'm not a Gnostic. I don't identify as Gnostic. I don't know how you pronounce that S. Was I close with the Nosh Wiatel? You can, AKM. I don't care that you do a lot of camping, Herbs. Yeah, I'm a little bit east of you, Christy. No. Agnostic and agnostic are different things, Brandcack. You're just wrong, and what you said was very stupid. You are a little bit east of me, Talia. I used to be fluent in Spanish, TKZ. The police know where I am, Callie Croc. I have... Gnostic is the Greek word for science. It means a mystical knowing, special knowledge. Idiosyncratic insight into the divine is what Gnostic means. Agnostic means the opposite of Gnostic. It means to not have that. There are bugs flying all around me outside my tent. I'm not going to do that, Herbst. Don't tell me what to do. I know the word. I don't correct people about words without actually knowing what I'm talking about. I stand alone. Diosalinda? Guzman, that's Spanish. So it's not Linda, right? It's not Diosalinda? You're watching it, Stinky. I'm glad to hear that, Talia. What the fuck is what We the Ones wants to know. Holiday. What was the religion that you were celebrating on your holy day, Talia? That's what they tell me, Blue Hue. Diosalinda? Nathaniel sent me $5 for you tell me. Nathaniel, tell me who you are here in the chat. I don't understand. Oh, you want to know my story? Is that what you're asking? Guzman, right? It's more like Guzman, right? Is that Spanish? I mean, is that Castellano Spanish? Miss Linda? If you don't mind me calling you Linda. For the record, folks, Diosalinda Guzman, her first name means God is beautiful. And that's Castellano. My teacher and my high school Spanish was Castellano Spanish, not Mexican Spanish. I can't do that. No, I cannot make that sound. No, I know I can't make that sound. I can't make that sound. So just no, it's gonna be really hard for me not to call you Nosferatu. So just can I call you No? Nose? I can't do that sound. I know I can't do that. Linda? Thank you, Miss Linda, for the permission. Thank you, TKZ. That's not the only language I'm locked in with. Nos. What? He says no, I can't call him that. Nosh. What language family is that? What language is that? I like Miss Linda a lot. Señorita Linda? I don't know. Think about it. You can speak a bit of Greek. I don't know vocabulary, but I was trying to learn Greek for a while. Polish? Yeah, I know I can't pronounce that. Thank you for being here, and thank you for having this conversation with me. Nomadic, Mike. Not really nomadic. Religious. Monastic. Don Juan, heard that. McGusto. Thank you for being here, Alistair. Pereira. I see I've got Spanish. It's late in Spain. Never, DB. I played low stakes fantasy football. I won a league and I thought I need to do this at high stakes or I'm not interested. So the question is valid. Okay, TKZ, tell me what the language is with the word and don't give me a dirty word. I'm trusting you. No, this is my tent. That's the weatherproofing of my tent. It's very dark outside, so the white light of my lamp makes the gray look particularly gray. Spanish and German. That's very cool, Miss Linda. I know I don't speak that language. Pio, please stop. It's not cold, but it is going to get chilly tonight, yes. I'm going to want to be in my blanket. I'm going to enjoy my walk very much. I'm not going to get all sweaty. Salamanca? To carry light? I like that a great deal. Do you mind if I like that a great deal. I like that a great deal. No, thank you. Thank you for being here, man. I feel like I remember a comment, maybe one, maybe a couple. I'm living here, Marcos. Proto-Indo-European is very cool, Nos. I spent a lot of time reading and thinking about it, trying to understand it and learn about it. Guzman is a German name. It's of German extraction. That's why I didn't try to say what it means, because I don't know. It probably means Goodman, right? I don't know German. I don't know German vocabulary. Basically, Mr. Think About It. Summer's a struggle as an adult, unless you like women in very, very small clothing. Danny suffers for his art. It's hard to speak it. It is. It's hard to hear it for me. I've never liked brats, Frankfurters. It can get very hot. It was up in the 90s a few weeks ago, but it's not going to get that hot again. Today it didn't get above the 70s. Fahrenheit, Miss Linda. They probably are, Brendan. I've heard them moving around, actually. I'm trying not to look at them. The shadow people are Enderman rules. Just don't look at them. 107. Yeah, a lot of similarities. They came from the same. They came from the same root language. The people of Lithuania live in the same way that they did before the Sanskrit was developed. Can't see you if you don't move. That's right, Danny. No, they can't see me right now. Kabanga? Don't worry about it, Marcos. YMCA. We're gonna stay at the YMCA. Hey. You can get hit on by old gay dudes. And trashy trans women will try to blow you in the shower. And you'll get jabbed with a heroin needle. YMCA, doodle 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 do YMCA. Did you know that junkies are the worst and that they steal from your purse? What's up, Britt? Were those the right words to YMCA? I'm not sure. If that's how you feel, Joe. Yeah, Talia. Yeah. You ever been asked for sex from a man in his 60s with no legs? Be homeless a while. What's up, Britt? It is unhinged. That's why I talk to you guys. If I'm talking to you guys, just weed. It's not even the good stuff. It's just Delta 8 vape. I'm gonna go to the store eventually for cigarettes. Dios Celinda, yes. Dios Celinda, yes. Yes. They understood themselves idiomatically. That's what Plato is talking about in the Phaedrus. I read that book for the channel and I talk about this. That's just my sleep paralysis demon, Hutch. Thank you, Corey. Don't worry about it, doctor. Weed's alright. I'm telling you, Talia, it's my sleep paralysis demon. Hello, Jax. Your name is increasingly popular. Can't read that, Dwight. Never had a bad trip, no. I recommend Plato and I recommend Plotinus. You tell me. I recommend Plotinus. Read the Enneads. Wrong Scooby. Scooby. I mean, wrong Shaggy, Scooby. I don't have any edibles, man. Edibles don't do anything for me. Alright, it's on its way, doctor. I'd rather owe you than cheat you out of it. Nathaniel gave me money and I might have muted him. I don't remember being a victim, Bongwater. LSD, you tell me. I mean, not LSD. Edibles just don't do anything for me, man. That's right, Nos. Thank you for sharing this with me, man. I don't play Roblox, Jax. It was you tell me? You wanted me to... What did you want me to... Oh... You weren't giving me a command. You were naming... I'm glad I didn't say your name then. You were giving me your call sign. Hey, everybody, just real quick. You tell me. All these questions I'm answering, he's actually paid for. So thank you. Thank you, you tell me. I understand. I thought the person who did there was trying to get me to tell them something, but I see it now. I see it now. I understand. I don't remember begging. The questions that you tell me is asking are questions that he's paid me for. I don't eat ice cream anymore, Jax, no. But I used to work on ice cream. I used to work in an ice cream parlor. Doesn't do anything for me, Casey. I feel nothing. Hey, I'm here to share it. You tell me. Thank you for asking respectful questions. No, I didn't like to melt the ice cream. Melted ice cream is gross and hard to clean up. That's crazy, Talia. I've been working on this chalupa diosalinda. I've been working on this Taco Bell chalupa. Welcome back, Enos. Don't worry about it, Jax. Yeah, me too. Think about it. I just don't do it out loud. I make things with it, and people can't criticize me for it because of my obvious idiosyncratic genius. I wouldn't call myself outside. I smoke weed and nicotine, Enos. I'm taking a bite at a time as I feel like eating. That's what I mean by working on. Maybe that's idiomatic to the Midwest. I don't like kratom, no. It didn't do anything for me. Hello, Bless. Your coints don't work right? But KT doesn't hurt? I don't know what my IQ is, Nos. Sure, Mike. Some people broke into my tent in last October, Diosalinda, and stole a bunch of my stuff, yeah. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. I was hoping I could get that out of the video, but there's just nothing I can do about that right now. Move this closer to me, I guess. You just sit right here in my crotch. I read a lot of books. In fact, today I'm celebrating, because of the generous donations of all of you guys, I was able to pay for my Audible subscription, which was my first goal as a homeless person, be able to pay for my Audible subscription myself. So my books, I'm able to pay for my monthly listen myself now. Something like that, JP. I have like 700 books, James. It would take me longer to scroll through my Audible owned list than you would want to listen. I don't have a house. And aren't all houses outside? I don't have a driver's license, no. I have a state ID. Oh, that's cool, Diocelinda. I really enjoyed reading the Da Vinci Code, but I was a young person when I read it. I wouldn't enjoy it as an adult. I'm too critical now. I would be ripping it apart. And we're going to begin moving toward that thing that I've been talking about all day. Cigarettes and another bottle of water. I love my tent, JP. Yeah, I'm not going to be homeless for much longer. TKZ. These lives are they're doing too well for YouTube to shut me down. Can I shut the bugs up, King Cloud? I'm about to leave the site, but no, I can't shut the bugs up. Best 3 books I have in audio format. That's too hard, man. James. That's too hard. Give me a second. I pinned it. I'll be thinking about it. I don't have edibles, Talia. They don't do anything for me. Final Fantasy IV, yeah, tonight. That's why I gotta leave the tent basically right now to get back in time to do Final Fantasy IV. No, I understand that, James. Best is so subjective when I've listened to so many. Understood. No, understood. Breakers. Anything Edward W. Robertson he's my favorite author. I'm sorry, KJ, if you're still in the thing, you don't count yet. Edward W. Robertson is my favorite author. So anything Edward W. Robertson is a win in my book. That's not true, but I'll tell you it is. I really enjoyed Proto by Laura Spinney. I really liked that audiobook. The reader was really good. And then my favorite reader, I don't remember his name. You're going to have to give me time on this. I haven't thought about this stuff in a long time. Favorite #1 book of all time. I just tell people now. I'm just telling people my favorite book of all time is the Poimandres Man Shepherd, but it's scripture, and people don't like scripture as a book read or as a read suggestion. I'm having a really hard time, like with best books. I'm going to have a higher opinion of scripture than you do. So like, I also like to read books to argue with them. So like I like to read UFO shit. So like John Keel's audiobooks are all excellent. That's 3. Someday, blood. Not because you helped, but someday. So have Ivnos. It, Deosalinda, it depends on what you like. I like to read scripture and philosophy. I'm reading Thomas Aquinas and Martin Luther, and I loved reading City of God by St. Augustine. That's what I like to read. Stuck at 913 because we're talking books, Screeny. Rome doesn't admit that they're ruined. Romania still exists, Egan. I have no way of knowing whether Bigfoot exists, but I believe it does. Temptress change? Okay, well, Sage, I'm ready for extreme temperature change right now. I've got a sleeping bag, a mummy sleeping bag right here that's rated to -5 degrees. I've got a sleeping bag right here that's rated to 55 degrees. And I've got a sleeping bag liner that's rated to 60 degrees. So I'm ready for extreme temperature change right now. Which book is that, Diosalinda? I went and watched Naked Gun the other day, Bob. That was awesome. Yes. I do have a tender dong. Keeping it dry on the inside, it's gotta just be waterproof. Do I believe he really died and rose 3 days later, Alec? No, I don't. I believe that Jesus was a charismatic cultist who tried to do charismatic cult in the right way and gave himself up for his cult for the cause, and that the cult walked away. And so they wrote books about it 60 years later when Paul started writing. I think that Peter walked away from the cause. I think that everything that happens after the death is fiction because Paul was writing. They had to have a mythical religion to back Paul's mysticism. I encourage you guys to believe in Jesus. I've read too much. I know too much about the archaeology. And so like his cult, the Eucharist was an LSA ceremony. The Eucharist, the wine and the bread, the wine and bread were both laced with LSA derived from ergot, and the wine probably had opium dissolved in it, among other things. And so the Garden of Gethsemane is the disciples having a psychedelic trip that they didn't consent to. And so like everything that Jesus does in the garden, everything he does after that is pretty normal psychedelic stuff. And then everything else that he was doing was already being done in religions around the Mediterranean. He wasn't the only person who made the claims about himself that he did. And so I just don't think he actually resurrected. I don't have any reason to believe that he did. But, Alec, before you think that I'm just shooting the idea down, I want to be very real about something and show you guys a book I am reading. It's called Afterlives: The Return of the Dead in the Middle Ages. Because something that happened a lot in the Middle Ages is that people came back from the dead. A lot of people came back from the dead. With really, 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 really good autopsy data that insists they were all the way dead. That some of the stories in this book are unreal. And so if I can figure out the mechanism by which Jesus came back to life, I'll change my opinion. Because people did. And when I can figure out how the fuck they managed it, then I'll be able to say, yep, Jesus did it. What I think happened with Jesus, if you want to stick with me for a little while, I did a reading of the Gospel of John when I first became homeless. I read it in a McDonald's, so it's probably very difficult to listen to for somebody other than me. But I am of the opinion that what the Gospel of John is trying to tell us is that Jesus tried to go back in time and got himself stuck in a time loop, and that we, the believers in Jesus, need to get him out of that time loop. That's what I think happened. So I'm a crazy person. Don't listen to and don't trust my theology, for sure. And we are outside now. I'm gonna have to turn on my flashlight anyway, so I'm gonna turn this around. Oh, maybe I can't turn my flashlight on. Can I turn on my flash? Hey! I don't believe that people can come back to life, but the Middle Ages did, and they have very good evidence. Ali Reza, I don't believe that people can come back to life. I've never seen anyone come back to life. In fact, a lot of people in the 19th and early 20th century did a lot of appalling things to bring people back to life, and none of them succeeded. But I believe that Jesus believed devoutly, and I believe a lot of the things that Jesus believed. So whether he was a real person or not, he and I theologically agree just about on everything. I don't know that there's anything I disagree with Jesus about, except maybe trying to go back in time and getting yourself killed on purpose. I don't think I'm trying to get myself killed on purpose just between you guys and me. The 40 days of rain happened. It just didn't happen exactly the way the Bible tells it. So there's a way to read Torah. The Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible, there's a way to read that as actually very good history. They've got the geography all the fuck wrong, but the history is totally right. They've got the history wrong, right? They got the geography wrong, and they got the order of some of the events wrong. But they were trying to tell a story in the Indo-European style that connected everything that had ever happened in the history of the Mediterranean to the Jewish people in a straight line. And they were drawing from history that they didn't actually have access to. The Hebrew language it's not actually as old as those stories. So the language was developed in order to write down these deeply ancient, some of them deeply ancient, tribal stories. And so the 40 days of rain happened. Whether it was 40 days or whatever, the magical number is irrelevant to me. But the Sumerians have a myth, not even a myth really, they have a story. It's in Gilgamesh of a guy named Utnapishtim, who was the survivor of a flood. And he's who seeded Sumer, Mesopotamia. And he was the last immortal person. So Gilgamesh is going to him to ask how to get immortality. And he tells him how to do it, but that he doesn't want it, and then he doesn't attain it at the end of the book. But the flood thing happened. The northern hemisphere absolutely did flood. The Mediterranean absolutely did flood. The Black Sea absolutely did flood in human memory. Absolutely it did. It would have happened around 12,000 BCE, but those oral myths, the oral storytelling, could have lasted that long. We've figured out within the last 30 years, we used to say that it was impossible. Within the last 30 years, what we figured out is that the oral tradition actually it holds the important information that needs to be transferred from person to person better than writing, because the authors and the people who read the written work assume that what was written will last and be enough. So it's possible. The flood thing too, it took a really, really long time for humans to settle Mesopotamia, because it's actually not as fertile as what we think of it. Now, the Tigris and the Euphrates are extremely difficult rivers to live alongside. They flood at the wrong time of year to be fertile, so they flood after the plants that people were growing, grains, whatever, barley, whatever. They flood after those things have already seeded. So it took like 5,000 years or something, very, very close to 5,000 years for them to figure out how to dig the canal system of Sumer. And then the Sumerian language it's a language isolate. So the people that dug out Sumer, so Ur, these places up the Tigris and Euphrates before Babylon, it took them like 5,000 years to figure out how to turn that place into the paradise that it became. And so, like, the Genesis story of the Garden of Eden is describing that 5,000 year transition of shaping the world into a paradise. And it's kind of skipping time in a way, because in Genesis it actually says that the Garden of Eden isn't the first time in human history, world or planet's history, that God had seeded gardens like in Eden. And Eden is talking about Babylon. And so if there was a garden civilization before Babylon, the Hebrew authors knew about Sumer. They knew about them. And of course they knew about them, because Sumerian is cuneiform, and cuneiform is the script that everybody wrote in before Phoenician developed. And the Hebrew script, the Hebrew written language, is developed out of Phoenician. So is Greek. So those two scripts developed together, Greek and Hebrew. So the Hebrew deep time is actually, they learned about all of that stuff. Deep time, the deep time of Mesopotamia. Yeah, they learned about the deep time while they were in Babylon, in Babylonian captivity. So they're talking, the Genesis makes a point to mention that there was a previous paradise, because Babylon is a middle point in Mesopotamian history between Sumer and Darius the Great. So yes, the 40 days, Noah, well, his name wasn't Noah, but that happened. People survived a cataclysmic flood of the northern hemisphere. It's not ancient technology. We can read cuneiform. It's just normal government and religious stuff. Babylon is in modern day Iraq, yes. The roots of what, Alieza? Hello, Cardboard. You guys got to understand, while I was talking, I can't read while I'm talking like that to answer a good question like that. I can't read your comments. I don't know what Getty is going on about. The roots of civilization, what are you talking about, Ali Reza? Up to 9:15, cool. Talking about my knowledge of biblical archaeology got me 2 subs. I'm into it. Hey, Amira. Yeah, Amira. Man, walking without my backpack or my sling bag, I feel naked. It's kind of funny, actually. Oh, you see it. I'm walking down to get those cigarettes finally. Moses didn't say anything about the Messiah. No, it couldn't be. It's just a wedge of reed. They took a reed from the marsh and they took it out, and they took a ball of clay from the marsh, scooped it up in their hand, shaped it into a shape like you would do with your hand, and then they took that reed and they pressed it in there, and that's how they wrote. It was just mud and sticks. It's not a secret script for anything. It was what they needed to do for their jobs. I don't think anything about the Rothschilds. Rough styles don't affect my life. No, I'm not woke, Big Kahuna. We go through this every day now. There are differences between the Indo-European language family and the Semitic language family. Yes, Ali Reza. That's why I said that the script, Phoenician, was developed first, and Hebrew and Greek were developed out of that script, not that language, you stupid fuck. Yes, Big Kahuna, I'm woke. No whiskey today. I haven't had whiskey in years. One day at a time, Jason. Thanks, Muhammad. Well, there wouldn't have been anything to lose. Not in 12,000 BCE, no Swatel. 12,000 BCE, there was nothing to lose. We didn't even have permanent wood structures in the northern hemisphere. There were some in the southern hemisphere, but not in the northern. Who is they, Jake? And anyway, I've already given the history of the Mediterranean circa about 8,000 BCE. You guys are going to have to do better if you want to correct me. You could have just said the "you seem chill" part, but thank you, East. Where did I get the theory of all mind? I don't know what you mean by that. You tell me. Tell me where you're getting all mind from, theory of all mind. I don't know what that means. I don't think the Bengals are going to win this year. No, I think their defense is going to be historically bad. I missed what you're saying, please, to Greenie. I am just a worthless liar. I am just an imbecile. I will work to... Oh wait, I will only complicate you. Trust in me and fall as well. I will find a center in you. Try to chew it up and leave. I don't remember the words of this song. I'm not in Cadena, Jason. Oh, I got that from the... I got that from philosophy, really, the Greek magical papyri, but that's what the people who were in the know since about 4,000 BCE have considered God, is just the all mind of the universe. And the only people who knew about this were the people who today claim to be woke, but were the highest level initiates at every religion. Understood. Yeah, the Kybalion is one of the books that I've read about it in. If you say so, Jason. Sure, Nos. Sure, but you don't need LSD in order to communicate with the highest. I sat at the foot of the throne of God for years in high school. That was how I used to sleep. I used to go into a transcendental meditative state. And meditate at the foot of God. Well, at the foot of the throne, God was never there. And here we go, risking my life. Now, I wanted to wait until it was darker so this road wouldn't be as busy, so that walking down it wouldn't put my life in as much danger. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring my wallet. They're not going to sell cigarettes to me. We start over. I have Jabra. I think they're called SR7s or something like that. They're Jabra brand. I doubt they will. Not in Ohio, man. I wouldn't have. Those girls always ask for my ID. We had to ask everybody's ID. What you laughing at, Alec? Turn around. Forgot my ID. I knew. No, it is funny. I was talking about how I didn't have my backpack, and my backpack, or my ID is permanently in my backpack. I was even thinking about it. I was like, man, I really feel like I'm missing something right as soon as I got up to the outside my ravine. That's interesting, Greenie. I worked a gas station job for about 4 years, and I had to turn people away about cigarettes every night. Like, I know you're 90 years old, but I will lose this job if I sell that to you. I'm glad to hear that, East Clintwood. I'm here for you, man. Yeah, I tease the girls at the head shop because they never ask for my ID. And I go, oh, I guess I look older than 35 now, huh? It's older. If you're visibly over 35, they don't have to. But some corporations make you because they don't want to lose their cigarette license. I live near the mall. It's still a half-hour walk to the mall. What's up, Yusuf? How you doing, man? I forgot my ID at my tent, but it is a beautiful night for a walk. Oh my God, the wind is so perfect. That's probably really loud for you guys. Take care, Greenie. Thanks for being here. Why does it matter, Eric? What is this? This is new Chevelle that I've never heard. That's because it's from the new record. Heard that. I'm trying to shield it with my hand. I'm doing great, Big Coop. Taking you guys for a walk down to the gas station. Hoping that the chat doesn't break at any point. Maybe I can bring you all the way back up to the top of the hill too. Oh, it's like 9 o'clock. That's never happened to me, Mob. I love this about YouTube Music. The longer you let it run, the better it gets. But I like to be shown stuff I haven't heard before. So. Dark out at 9, yeah. You trip out at dark at 9? Probably no, so I'm not diagnosed. Well, I don't know about letting my mind be at peace, Yusuf, but I am taking this walk. I agree, Jake. And I'm taking credit for this, man. I used to bitch at them on Twitter. I used to climb all the way up the asshole of YouTube Music when I switched to it. The algorithm, the radio used to annoy the fuck out of me. And if I'm complimenting it now, it's because I'm taking credit. Well, I'm going back to my tent now because my stupid ass forgot my ID. But then I'm going to go down and get cigarettes. That's funny, King. I shouldn't encourage that. But it was funny to me. It's harmless and funny. It's all good. I got it, East. I'm not gonna Not gonna let that happen. Yeah, it's just a joke. Having good times. Stimulants? I don't like stimulants, Nos. I don't even really like caffeine, to be honest with you. Yeah. No, we're not gonna get the chant started east, I promise. I grew up in North Carolina now in the 90s, so it was better, but I'm not gonna let that happen in a real kind of way. It's been a long day. Oh, I hope I didn't chase these ladies away. I just don't like to feel wired. I don't like it at all. You grew up in Germany, heard that, or East Clintwood? I grew up in the American South. Get a cosmic brownie? Take a hit of the cosmic blunt. That Elder song, I don't remember what it's called. LSD's all right. I like LSD. It's not a stimulant, though. It's a psychoactive. It's a psychedelic. What do you mean by have them, Michael? They're still alive somewhere, but I don't know that I ever owned them or possessed them. Not tired yet, pushed Bluma? I love hearing that, East Clintwood. Nah, probably not, Nico. I guess. I don't know what Mad Honey is, no. And I'm about to turn you guys around so I can walk back down this idiot hill. Oi, Maria. No, I had a very bad childhood, Michael. Heard that, Nos. Hello, Maria. All right, turn you around. And down we go. This is not my trash. I'm not cleaning it up. Coles can clean up after themselves. It rained last night, so all of these fell down into the, well, not last night, it rained yesterday. So all that fell down into the path, which is mildly annoying, but whatever. We live, move on. Huff! Okay. Hey, look at that. Nobody robbed me while I was gone. I hope. Hoof! Alright. I probably shouldn't have said that I keep my wallet in my backpack. So, you don't need to know where in my sling bag I keep my wallet. Okay, try that again. And Hey, welcome back, Abby. Well, yeah, you know, I don't walk through it while drunk. I wouldn't recommend. No, this is an injury waiting to happen, walking through while drunk. This is an injury that I tore my Achilles walking up this hill in the winter. I didn't tear it real bad, but I tore it. It's healed now. I know better than to walk on my heels on an uneven surface like this. Walk on the front of your feet. Bow 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 doodle 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 dow 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 doodle 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 dow 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 diddle doodle doodle dow dow in my pocket, bro. I believe that if you enjoy going exploring while inebriated, darling, please be safe. Da 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 da. All right, over the grass this time. You get to see it from my perspective. Start, row, these streets you'll never make. Damn it, that hurts. Your fate, all that you'll never make. Whee! Out of the bush. Okay, one more time. We turn that off and we turn these around. If you say so, Ben. Okay, what do we got here? You need to smoke less, Ben? Or, East, my singing bothers you? I'm listening to Mastodon. That was the bass riff of this song. Edmonton, AB. Where's AB? If you don't mind me being an idiot. Whoa. Oh, Alberta, Canada. Heard that. Thank you, King Cloud, for the hint. I appreciate that you do that. Heard that, Abby. Thank you. Yeah, I guess if you got nothing better to do than die falling down a hill drunk, right? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Miss Greenie, I got a little clutch of Canadian ladies. The winter here gets pretty cold. Probably not Poland cold, but cold. It got real cold last year. We got a little bit of snow, not too much. How do I deal with the night? How do you mean? EC, if you don't mind me calling you that. Bellows Fingal fans, yes, that's right. Oracle, yeah, fellow Bengals fan, yes, sir. Not for very long, 4 years. I switched from the Dolphins, but yeah, lifelong Bengals observer, if you understand what I mean. I once painted my face to watch them play the Bucks, so it just felt like it was the natural place to go. Hey, welcome back, Greenie. Were your ears itching? It's a little after 9, Martin. Oh, I got used to the... Oh no. I have sleeping bags, and I don't like things in my ears while I sleep. But like I have sleeping bags that have a hood that I can zip all the way up to my face, and I can cinch down like Kenny from South Park. That's how I deal with night. But mostly I don't need them. Mostly it's just comfortable. The winter was rough, but if you know what you're doing, you can get the inside of a tent that's as small as mine. I was able to get the interior of my tent almost a comfortable, almost a room temp just by being in it. I've never been to Canada, Abby. No. Yeah, I was in Cub Scouts when I was a kid, so I grew up camping, and my dad was in the Army. So this is something that intellectually I've been prepared for my whole life. It was just a matter of making sure I had the money for the equipment. Isolation and hope for the best has been a lot of my last 10 months. Well, the first 10 months east. The last 10 days have been a breath of fresh air as far as meeting new people. So I'm enjoying the wind. I'm trying not to walk around topless, but the wind feels so nice on my little tummy. Oh man, I cannot wait for the weather to be like this every day. It's so nice. It's gonna be like this every day for about 6 weeks. 82. Well, it's not my land, Nos, but it's something I've thought about doing. It depends. That depends on how quickly a huge amount of money falls in my lap. Final Fantasy IV is gonna happen, King. I promise. I promise. Oh man, what a day it's been. Only 82 more to 1,000. I love greedy counting it down. I have been streaming today for 9 hours actually. It'll be 10 hours. I started just before noon, or maybe a little bit after noon. My guy Hunter, I fucking wake up. I didn't finish last night's Final Fantasy III stream before 3 a.m. I wake up and roll over and look at my phone, see it's noon, and the next thing I see is Hunter. Are you going live today? Fuck, man, let me sleep. But then I went live, so I wasn't actually mad about it. It was just a funny reaction to have to me. All right, I didn't see all of what you said. I am secretly a Ninja Turtle, not very secretly. Yeah, persistence is what it's about. East Clintwood, I'm trying to just demonstrate persistence in the face of adversity. I should, King. The problem is that he uses a different account every day. I don't want a car, man. I am very tired. Yeah. We're gonna hit I do the Final Fantasy stream to relax. And Final Fantasy IV is a lot more narrative heavy, so I'll do more reading when we play that than I would in 3 or did in 3. And that helps me relax. Adversity, yeah. East Clintwood. Adversity, just anything that opposes you, is adverse to your goals. Right? So like I got this busted left knee that makes walking hurt like a motherfucker. And so we just face that adversity head on. I'm not supposed to encourage King when he says things like that by laughing. It's inappropriate, but it's funny because this has become about just leaning into the absurdity of what we can get away with saying now, because we're just breathing such a sigh of relief after the last 4 years. The whole city is a park, yeah. I'm in the northern undeveloped part of town. If I were in downtown, you wouldn't say that. It looks like a normal, just looks like a normal Ohio small town. But yeah, I'm in the bumfuck nowhere part of town. Hey, take some. I thought it was late over there, Nose. Take some time, man. Fuck. Take care. Get some sleep. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Very, very strict, Abby. I'm allowed to do what I do because I have permission, and I'm away from, for me it would be like a 3-hour walk away from the nearest homeless camp. It's gonna be a really nice place to live in about 10 years, King Cloud. Oh, thank you for sharing it with me, East. Well, yeah, there aren't a lot of people with kids that are homeless in this area. There are a lot of junkies. A lot of junkies. Alcoholics. Heroin, fentanyl. It's not heroin anymore. I don't know what it is anymore, but we jug. I can, I don't want to. Hey, wake up. What's up, Blub Dub? I'm really glad to be here for you, East Clintwood. I'm glad that I could do that for you, man. King. I don't mind hearing it, by the way, guys. I'm glad you have it, because I could be very wrong. I could be very wrong. I just like to fight strangers. Heard that, Nos. No, I don't know, I'm starting to feel like the end is very, very close. Very, very close. In large part because I haven't offended Alec enough that he's angry with me yet. And if I haven't offended Alec, then I haven't offended anybody else. And that matters to me because sometimes I say things that I don't mean to. Oh, I'm pro Joan of Arc, King Cloud. I'm pro Joan of Arc. Yeah, I'm trying to push Christians to be the better versions of themselves. And it sounds mean, and it sounds combative, because it is. That's what they tell me, Ben. Well, that's what Jesus called us to do. That's what Jesus called us to do. You hear somebody's preaching the word, you're supposed to push back on them. I just don't know what redemption is, King Cloud. Of course. I just don't know what redemption and salvation mean in the context of my life. Hi, Muhammad. Yeah, I don't know what I need forgiveness for. People want me to assume the position of a victim, so I just don't know what I need salvation from. What am I being saved from? Why do I want that? Yeah, well, Islam is unacceptable to me. I always wanted to just marry a nice Jewish girl and go back to the beginning. These gnats! Welcome back, Eric. You certainly make an entrance. And yes, I should walk faster. Wow, Britt. 4th generation, that's impressive. Welcome back, Eric. And also, I'm just really, I try to chase the Christians that want to be all proselytizey away. Not preachy, just proselytizey. I chase them away because then the atheists are going to show up. And then it's just going to annoy the shit out of me. Huh? You've got it all planned out, have you, King? No escape from what? No, you're good, Eastwood. I said some really crazy things that people could think were hurtful. And I know they're crazy. And, I'm not faulting them. I'm just asking them where they're taking me. You got to understand, King Cloud, I've been sexually assaulted a lot in my life. And so when people come up to me and they say, hey, I want to take you to this place that I won't disclose to you, I'm going to go, yeah, I don't want to get fucked in the closet again. Oh, wrong button. Like this Philalitheia. I just hate that. Right, Eastwood. I wouldn't say that some of my theological and religious ideas are anything but crazy, though. What are you whatting, Christina? Damn it. Well, if that's what they're offering me, we can talk. All right, what do I have to do to go to this infinite metal show with weed? All right, I'm looking for something to believe in, whether you guys really believe me about that or not. But it's, yeah, understand, right, East, it's belief, not science. I do understand that, I really do. I don't know what that means, dang. I hear that. I'm happy to help you get there, King Cloud. Trust me, I'm very happy to help you get there. All I know is that when I get there, God and I got some words for one another. What the hell was that? Or at least the first 38 years of that. What the hell? He did. I was watching I think it was Louis C.K. actually. I was watching a comedian talking about that. And he points out, he's like, the host of the party is like, well, now we got an even worse problem. We got no water. Oh yeah, no, Jesus is a good dude. Jesus was a good hang, and I agree with his theology. I do want to be, I like the buddy Christ, Eric Woodman. I like that a lot, actually. 920, here we go, Greenie. What do you mean, Amira? Oh. I like that a lot, actually. That's very funny. Buddy Christ is some of the funniest. I actually do think that clever blasphemy is very funny and that Jesus would have liked it a great deal. But I do try not to encourage people. I'm glad you feel that way, Ben. How does that change your life? How do you change the way that you engage with people knowing that? Like, is that just all you say to people? That's not what I asked you. I said, how does that change how you engage with people? Knowing that. Peace. What does peace even mean? Are you a soldier? It was alright, Jake. I wouldn't call it hilarious. It was alright. I don't know that it elicited an out loud laugh from me. Whew. You're a frog now, Eric. That doesn't answer the question, Ben. How does knowing that Jesus is risen change the way that you interact with people? How does it change knowing that from before you knew that? Did you talk to people the same way that you talk to people now before you knew that? Or can you only speak to people in that idiom?
Can you only repeat that idiom now? Is that what changed? Does somebody hit you over the head with the Bible and now all you can do is say, Jesus, 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 as you stagger around? Is that your life? That's exactly, King. That's why Christianity is nonsense, because nobody actually changes. You're the same person you were before or after. You're the same person after that you were before. Now you just talk about Jesus a lot. I don't think Jesus lived, Joe. I don't know how he could have died. He's a fictional character. Well, I didn't ask about my heart. Don't tell me what's going to happen when it happens to me. Ben, I'm asking what happened to you. You feel regret suddenly afterward, but before that. So what you're telling me is that Jesus is the only way to know the difference in right and wrong? That you didn't have a consciousness and that you're a psychopath? Is that what you're telling me, Ben? That without repeating over and over all day long this Jesus nonsense, you're a psychopath? Sin is immoral. That doesn't make sense. Take care, Robbie. I genuinely don't understand. Manichaeans and Jainists feel guilt about killing animals and are vegetarian without Jesus. I can't tell that you do, Vladimir. Take care, Abby. Make sure you look both ways. That doesn't make sense, Ben. That doesn't answer how anything changed for you. Jesus said that the only way into the kingdom of heaven was by believing in him. And he said that the only unforgivable sin was not asking for forgiveness. So I just don't understand what you guys are talking about. Being saved from what? Redemption for what? I'm not a coupon. And we're not even talking about popes. Hello, Angan Kigarasi. I thought that Jesus was the way, the truth, and the light. What are you talking about? Jesus represents love. There's a lot of Christians in here, Lucky. And then there's one Muslim for some reason. Well, I believe you, King Cloud. I'm just asking you, what the hell does that mean? I've never hurt anybody, so do I have to have hurt somebody before I understand what Jesus is? I've never hurt anyone. I've never done anything bent. I've never sinned. So do I need to sin first? Do I need to go out and hurt somebody really badly? Do I need to steal something? Do I need to do something amoral in order to understand why you guys need Jesus and why you think that I do? I'm asking a real question. That doesn't make any sense to me, EE. Well, that's what I'm saying, King Cloud. It's like I lived a shitty life early too, and Jesus never helped. Jesus never stopped anyone from raping me. But the goddess has. The goddess has actively helped me. God's wife, his ex-wife, has intervened in my life many times in ways that Jesus never did. Hello, Cranium. Whew. Make sure I'm actually looking both ways when I cross the street. I'm doing great, Cranium. No, not Deanna. Io. Or Eos. One of the two. I don't remember. I guess, Clean Cloud, but I have a trickster demon. If I want to be scared, he'll do it for me. I have no relationship with Jesus. I've never experienced Jesus. I've had plenty of supernatural experiences, and none of them were of a man named Jesus. Well, what's the difference in a God and philosophy? Because if you read philosophy, it's talking about God and on every page. Philosophy is a religion. So what you just said is some people need religion, some people need religion, and some people need religion. So what do you mean? Well, Baal and El are the same God, Park. Yeah, now you get it. Sure, maybe, but when I look at my face, I see my father. Nietzsche wouldn't argue anything. Nietzsche is dead. Nietzsche did argue that we killed God. God is dead. We killed him. Yeah, I agree with that, King Cloud. All right, bye, England, I guess. I think that's true too, King Cloud. I'm glad I helped you sleep, East Clintwood. I'm glad to be here for you, man, and I really mean that. I'm not trying to, for the record, I'm not trying to take away anybody's faith. I want to understand what you have that I don't. Well, yeah, I've seen miracles. That's what I'm telling you guys. I've seen miracles, but none of them were done by God. They were all done by the goddess. I'm on my way still, Jake. The gas station is over there, that red sign. Well, maybe, King Cloud. Maybe the religion will do that, but the people inside it are going to do their best to fuck your kids. Christian males cannot be trusted around preteen children. Well, yeah, okay, but if it's the children who stumble in a religion that encourages people to stumble, if it's the children who suffer, then the religion is a problem. The religion has to be done away with. Abraham makes this perfectly clear. Jesus made this perfectly clear. The poor of Jerusalem made this perfectly clear by going around freeing Jews from sex slavery in the Roman Empire immediately after Jesus died. Well, Jesus is a shot. That's what I'm saying. Jesus, the religion of Christianity is a whole bunch of horse shit. Jesus, the man, is probably fiction. And so you pick and choose what you want out of the dogma to cobble together a good life, and that's fine. It's totally fine. It's an acceptable way to live. It's just not enough for me. It's just not enough for me. Especially when you find that everything in the Gospels was already in Plato 200 years earlier. Everything Jesus said, Plato had already written down. And so if you want to talk about information transmission, you want to talk about, well, where did Jesus get these ideas? And it's like, well, if Jesus is reading Plato, and then he looks out at the Jews and goes, hey, wait a minute, Plato's right about the Jews too, then Jesus is nobody. Jesus is just a student of Plato. I'm not ignorant, Park. The only historicity that Jesus has is Josephus saying that he was a holy man. We have one sentence Yeah, for killing Muslims, King Cloud. For killing Muslims and the Polish. Christianity was weaponized to kill Polish people and Muslims in the Middle Ages. I don't know what myth you're talking about, Ing. But we're at the gas station. Turn that off. And then I'm going to turn off my mic and my camera while I'm in here. And I'm going to have to minimize at some point. All right, here we go. You'll see me in 5. Okay, we have water. Real quick, I want to tell you, King, just between you and me, that I'm not dismissing you or your beliefs. I don't think that what you've done is a bad thing at all. When I describe it, it sounds dismissive, but I got to use as few words as possible or I'll never finish the thought. It takes a few seconds, Greenie, and somebody might have unsubbed. What's my soul in danger of, Jake? Why, when you look upon my face, when you look upon me, do you really see somebody that's in danger? Whose soul is in turbulence? Do you really see somebody at risk? I don't, but I'm curious. Like, if you do, what am I doing wrong? Because if you're going to tell somebody they're doing something wrong, but not tell them what it is and how they can do the right thing, you're gaslighting them. Yeah, that's why I'm arguing with you, King Cloud, because I'm trying to figure out what is hell. Where do you think I'm going to end up? Because as far as I can tell, hell is the invention of the 16th or the 15th century. Well, yeah, but do you genuinely think that I'm distant from God now? You've come across my life, for example, King. Do you really think that he's so far away from my tent? Well, they're not forcing it on me, Jake. I'm listening. Well, I'm high, Mike. I've been smoking weed all day, man. Spent too much money on this water. I could have got the same water for half the price at Dollar Tree, but whatever. Dollar Tree's gonna be closed in 5 minutes. Yes, alright. Okay, well, what if I told you, King Cloud, that I have undergone over the course of the last 20 years cyclical ego deaths, and that I can turn off my ego at will. In fact, I can kill it on purpose. King Cloud might be my actual doppelganger. Like we might be the actual yin to one another's yang. Yeah. Yeah, Clint Eastwood's he's gonna be Steve sitting in the closet looking through the shutters with only his heart print boxers on. I am of the opinion, Mike, that your ego is what's actually between you and God. People are not hip to ego death. Ego death is very dangerous. You tell me. You probably mean ego dissolution. I'm not going to forsake it, my guy. If I were going to forsake it, I would have, as soon as I knew you were Christian, I would have locked you out of my life. I'm happy to have you here. I'm happy to have all of you here. I've invited you into my life so that you can tell me where I'm going wrong. The only way that I can know is with your second order observations of me. If your second order observations of me are reliable, then I'm not likely to lead anybody astray. I'm not here to take away anybody's religion. I'm just here to try to be as close to my religion, my experience as possible. And if it helps, great. And if it helps people do what they were called to do, which is call me into question, then do it. Many layers to ego death. Ego death is a horrible experience. I was talking to somebody the other day who suffers from a dissociative identity disorder, where he feels like his life is a movie that he's watching. He doesn't feel any of the emotions of the things that happen to him in a way that he knows he should. And that's what the ego death experience is. It's the total dissolution of the real. Well, that, Mike, the whole using your ego against Satan thing, that's what prayers against Jesus are for. You're supposed to replace your ego with Jesus. Yes, King Cloud. That's what I've been trying to say. I'm not a Christian, but there's room in my theology for Jesus as a teacher. Not a prophet, a teacher. Because that's what he was, and that's what he had people call him. He didn't want us to describe him, his body, his life, his person, even his teachings with one another. He wanted us to share the feeling of awe in his presence with one another. That's why, like in the Gospel of John, he's presented as doing the Sermon on the Mount in an astral body projection from across the sea. Like, Jesus does things that are so miraculous they can only be fictional. But there's room for him in every religion because he was the most modern teacher at the time. He was the most modern teacher of ethics for civilized cosmopolitan people. Yeah, he performed magic. Yes, but so did Simon Magus. And Simon Magus was a Samaritan, so not that different. No, I don't give money to Trump, Mac. Unconditional love. He loved them unconditionally. He gave them time in his presence, and he told them that no matter what they believed, no matter what they had done, just believe in him and everything would be okay. Jesus equals Harry Potter. Not really. Harry Potter equals Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is just an Indo-European hero, and that's the point. Jesus is an Indo-European hero for the Semitic peoples. Carrying firearms is the behavior of a stupid person. Welcome back, Eric. I am in Area 51 Elite. Can't you tell? Aliens right there. Yeshua, it just means Joshua. There was a Jewish patriarch named Joshua. Joshua is just an extremely, it's an extremely common Hebrew name, Jewish name. I'm pretty sure that Joshua was the one who was later renamed to Israel. My proficiency. Well, you can't see the UFOs in the dark because you're looking the wrong direction. Yeah, he did have a magic wand. He did. And it wasn't his wiener. Jacob was the one renamed Israel? Heard that, thank you. Is Joshua the one that had the coat of many colors? I don't remember. Joshua's one of the... There's another story about a Joshua from the Old Testament. I'm not an actual scholar. Only one religion? That's not true. The Dionysian religion was partying hard. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is the miracle healings were kind of the only way that people were getting healed back then. Like, they had medicine, but like, you broke a leg and the best you had was a shaman. Jesus let us party, but Jesus also tamed the Dionysian and Sabbath parties of the Jews and the Greeks. The Sabbath orgies are described in one of the prophets talks about the Sabbath orgies and how it's unacceptable to have orgies in the name of Yahweh. Nothing changed. Like, after Jesus came and after Jesus left, the only thing that changed was the iconography. Nothing changed materially. Yeah, Saturnalia became Christmas, guys. The only thing that changed is you weren't allowed to fuck. But that didn't happen until the Middle Ages. Saturnalia was wild. So were the Dionysian celebrations. They would literally kill and eat virgins. Virgin humans. Usually males. And the sacred king rites that Jesus is trying to recreate were even worse. Easter was the opposite thing. Easter is supposed to be his resurrection, but Easter was Yoster, and that's the Indo-European celebration of the Great Mother Earth. Yoster is 5,000 years older than Christianity. And again, everything that Jesus replaces is just Indo-European spirituality, religion that had been there forever. I don't know about the whole 13 months thing. Months are just an arbitrary division of time. There's 365 and a quarter days. That's what matters. I don't know what Maria 2.0 means, East. I mean, it matters on what you mean. Like, it depends on how you're dating things. If we care about, like, timelines, dates are arbitrary. Before the Gregorian calendar, before we tried to figure out when Jesus was born, we just counted the years that the king was alive. We didn't even try to date to a zero. There were originally 10 months, and the Christians fucked with it, Jake. And the Jews still use a lunar calendar that doesn't make any fucking sense. Nah, we're heading home. I already got my smokes. We're actually halfway home. I need to have some water. Yeah, the Gregory of the Gregory of Gregorian chants is the Gregory that I'm reading for the channel, the Meditations of Gregory, of Saint Gregory. He's also the Gregory who lent his name to the Gregorian calendar that we use today. He was a genius in polymath, and also just happened to be a Christian, so he knows something that I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Lunar doesn't make sense. The world is flat, yes. The lunar calendar doesn't make sense. The lunar calendar doesn't make sense if what you are is an agrarian people who rely on the sun to eat. Because the moon and the sun don't line up. So if you need to know when the first day of spring is, you will never know by the moon. You will only ever know by the sun. That's why solar calendars were developed around 11,000 BCE. You see two ways, Clint Eastwood? It doesn't make sense if you're an agrarian people. Lunar calendars do not make sense. Whoops. If you're an agrarian people. I got to turn you around so I can see. Sure, Justin. There is no evidence for flat Earth, Mason. Hello, Cobby. Walking, Colby. From one place to another place. Whew. You can really see the hitch in my giddy up when I let you guys see out from my body. You can't see the hitch in my giddy up quite so much when I point down. But when you point out, you can really see the hitch in my giddy up. I'm sure you can figure it out eventually, Cobby. I've got such a thick accent. The Earth is a cube, Mason? I don't know if that's true either. A 1 to 4, 3. You'll figure it out, Cobby. I have such a thick accent. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. I don't know if I'm going to trust you regardless of whether it's a cube or not. And hello, Neon X, welcome back. How you doing? You're correct. It's not the only thick thing about me, Subtle. I'm very dumb, and I have a very thick skull. The moon makes high and low tides because of gravity. As it moves around the planet, it pulls the water on the planet toward it. There are no colored folks in this town. Where do you think I live, Eli? Hello, Hey Dizzle. Haiti Izzle. Faux shizzle, Haiti Izzle. What up? I don't like seeing the hitch in my giddy up. I don't like seeing how hard I have to swing my left leg to locomote. It makes me feel injured. I don't want to feel injured. Also, I'm not trying to blast my flashlight in the front of these cars. What are those called? Windshields of these cars. Alabama, Mason? Seems a little random to say, but thank you for doing it. Take care, Greenie. I'll try not to talk about you while you're away this time. All right, guys, she's gone. What are we going to talk about? Heard that, Hayde. What are you talking about? See dates when you travel by ships by lunar calendar. What are you talking about? You don't travel by ship with a lunar calendar. You travel by ship with an astrolabe and a solar map. Not a solar map, an astronomical map, a star map is what those are called. Also, my phone is probably going to die before I make it back to the tent. If that's the case, I'll see you guys in the live stream. What's up, Trav? How you doing? How you doing? GPS indeed. Hagia Sophia. Why are we talking about the Hagia Sophia? Brother? It's just if you're gonna try to teach me history, you want to be right. The cast and the curious. When everything you say is wrong, I'm gonna tell you that everything you say is wrong. So if you're gonna teach, you want to be right. Hey, Sophia, this guy is talking about you on some level. He's talking about your house anyway, your Aya. Am I? I wasn't even looking at the cracks. That's funny though. All right, here we go. Put my life at risk. Okay. Try not to pump my hands as I walk so I don't give anybody motion sickness. It's automatic. Yeah, I heard that. I probably have trained myself to avoid or walk on cracks in a specific way. It's a weird question to ask, hey D. What have I said to you? Where are you, Turk? How would you like that? Whew. Starting to actually get tired from this walk. Tent life is fine. I don't know what kind of question that is. I don't know how to answer that. Tent life is tent life. What do you think tent life is like? 2 murderers in a car? I don't know that one, Clint Eastwood. Or East Clintwood. That's not the sun. That's a street light. But you'll be alright, Anus. Promise. What are the odds of it happening twice? That's funny. That's definitely a street light. I can see it. Because there's another one just past it. And there's another one over there and over there and over there and over there and over there. There's a whole bunch of them over there. And Just a street light, guys, but you'll be all right. Thank you for sharing, Jake. What does that mean? Are you like 20 or 40? I am neither of those things, Enus. This sounds like it might be Slayer. Curtain Fire by Enforced. Streetlight, yes. There are sun simulators everywhere. Oh my. How strange. Bucky's never heard of light. Heard that, Vito. Love you too, buddy. Whew, Shaggy's getting tired in style too. This isn't a small hill. Who knows? East Clintwood. Who knows? Can you eat the light? Maybe. I swallow light is one of my lines from a Catatonia song. Yeah, I kind of like this song. Photosynthesis, North Clintwood. It's a loud, wet noise. Huh. Yeah, my phone is very likely to die. Before I get up here, I'm going to try to catch it at 1% and end this thing. Oh, here it is at 1% right now. So I'll tell you what, guys. Because last time my phone died while I was doing this, it freaked out and wouldn't let me go live again for a few hours. I'm going to end this right now. You'll see from me in like 15 minutes.